Hi Earth Signs, this is Tanya Lee of Harmonia Tarot, and welcome to your weekly reading for November 11th through the 17th, okay? If you are new to this channel and feel guided to, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification twice so that you can be notified of all future uploads. All right, guys, for the weeklies, as we always do, I will pull some oracle cards for the collective for our Earth Signs, and then I'm going to pull out for the individual signs and have some tarot cards on there. So I'm going to be using the Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck and the vice versa deck. Okay, so no reversals on these because it's a vice versa deck. So let's get started. I'm going to timestamp everything as well. Okay. Just a reminder, guys, this is a general reading, meaning that not everything is going to resonate for every single person out there. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and do not force it. Do not force it. And if I mention other parties and it seems like the other side, just flip it. But again, do not force it. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. It just means it's for somebody else, okay? Utilize your own intuition as always. So here we go. Calling in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascended masters as to what messages that we need to hear for our earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. What messages do they need to know this week? Please keep in mind time is fluid, always moving. Some of this may be residing in the past, now, or even maybe a couple weeks down the road or a month. All right, let's see what we got for earth signs, our weekly energy. To know. Stopping here. We have It's Always Tea Time. Interesting. Who in the world are you? Curiouser and curiouser. Some of us may feel a little bit lost, okay? Or wondering about certain life situations. It's always tea time. Eternity, endless moments, repetition. A lot of you are going through the monotonous day-to-day life, okay? Feeling like you're bored in a situation. Look how bored Alice looks like. She's like, she doesn't even want to deal or be at that table. She's like, when is this going to end? A lot of you are feeling this maybe even in career or just in a family situation, and in love too. It's just like it's the same monotonous thing. You want to change, right? You're like, when can we start flipping the switch here? When can things start getting excited? It seems like with this energy is who in the world are you, getting to know the new you, is that you want to make some changes in your life. And we'll see how the cards play for each individual sign. But I feel like for many of you, it's just this collective energy of getting out of the old, monotonous, repetitive way of thinking, okay? And being more open to new opportunities coming your way. Some of you, these new opportunities are, in a career. Some of you, this may be more about like, okay, I have to get in a better situation. We need to fix this situation. I don't want us to just be a boring couple kind of thing, okay? For those of you who are in a couple. We have curiouser and curiouser, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. I think a lot of you are going to be in this energy too once you start questioning things and start putting things towards you, your way of thinking, your way of life, and what makes you happy. That's what you're going to be open to. It's being all of a sudden open to that. But really, look at how her face changes in all these cards. Look at this. It's like she's looking at of like, yeah, well, I don't want to go back to being this. She's looking over here on this side. And the other one is, by the end of it, she's like, okay, what's down that rabbit hole, kind of like Alice in Wonderland. All right, we are going to start off with Virgo at 420. All right, Virgo. I'm just going to do a quick shuffle. All right, Virgo. Let's see what's in store for you. What does Virgo need to know on who in the world are you? It's always tea time and curiouser and curiouser. Flip these cards around this side. What does Virgo need to know? What messages do we have for Virgo? What messages do we have for Virgo? Oh, stopping here. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Ten of Swords. Overall energy is the Six of Pentacles, Virgo. Wow. All right, so this is what I'm feeling for you, Virgo. For those of you who, and this is all about balance, okay? About giving and receiving at an equal give and take. When I see the card for this, for the vice versa deck, when he's looking down at here, you are absolutely looking at a prospect, something that is one brings you stability. You're questioning it, okay? You're questioning if this is where your stability should be, okay? Whether this is in a relationship or whether this is in a career, you're really going a high above, looking at things, seeing how things are given. I feel like there's an awareness here, okay? The overall energy underneath, it's always tea time, you know, that energy of her feeling like, psh, when's this stuff gonna happen? I feel for a lot of you, you may be in this relationship where everything was working together, right? This is like the energy of working together, coming together, especially this is your own energy, earth signs. You may have been a little defensive on how things have shaken out here. Do you see how they're both going towards, though, each other in a sense where it's like, and this is fire energy too, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But there's this thing of like all of a sudden feeling like you have to defend yourself, okay? I feel for a lot of you is that you may be in a relationship where you're really focused on moving away from it, okay? You're like, is there going to be calmer waters here with the Four of Cups here? But look at all the emotion that is spilt here on the side, okay? At one point, these cups were all filled, so there was emotional fulfillment here, but look how the calm waters are, and it's like sailing away. I think that a lot of you are in this notion of this no longer serves me. We work together, we're getting defensive on it, but I'm feeling like this doesn't serve me, okay? It's putting a lot of stress on you. Who in the world are you with the Nine of Cups underneath this? This is about having all the tools that you need, right? This is also water energy. You might have some water in your chart. But really, it's calling in. It's wishful, right? Like, this is a great card. This is basically the tops of the tops next to the Ten of Cups to me. But this is like emotional fulfillment or going towards it, right? I feel that you are in a level of, a lot of you have been sitting on this for the Four of Swords next to this. Do you see how he's kind of sitting there and resting and there's an explosion in the background? Twice we see this explosion, right? There's something that disrupted this relationship that has made you really just feel like, ugh, I need to like really refrain back and feel like how I feel in this situation, okay? It is making you feel like you're juggling too much here, okay? We have the Two of Pentacles here. This is your own energy, right? It's about feeling like, oh my gosh, I got so much on my plate. But do you know what's here? It's this infinity. So there's definitely abundance coming your way. You're well aware of it. You're aware of what abundance, and abundance doesn't necessarily mean always, you know, financial abundance. This can also be abundance in love. It's basically wanting to have that balance, right? Really overlooking that balance of what you want. Curiouser and curiouser, many of you may feel that this person is a little egotistical. It's their way or their highway. They have a way of making you feel like the victim all the time. You have your swords down here, so you could feel like you are, you know, playing victim or in a victim level, even though that, you know, you don't deserve it. But do you see how like arrogant this person looks? They're kind of like looking at a distance like, yeah, I got the last word in. And I feel that it's really making you feel like it's giving you that inner turmoil, right? It's like, you know, when you see here the Eight of Swords, this is all about feeling like you're trapped, like you can't get out of something here. But, you know, she's got a sword behind her. She could easily wiggle her arms out of there and get out of it. And I think, and I really feel strongly here, is this is a different perception, right? Again, we have the eagle. The eagle is above everything, okay? Above Virgo. So I do feel for a lot of you, it's having a new perception of this, realizing that you can get yourself out of this, that you aren't trapped as an individual, okay? And there's so much sword energy here, and I feel that there's a lot of communication going on here, and it's not like, it's not good communication. It's like cutting, you know, maybe you are going back and forth with this individual and you just feel like you're being cut out, or they always want to have the last word with you, or you're just feeling like, oh, come on, like, give me a freaking break. Like, how much more can I take of this? And I feel like you're just taking all your emotions, you're allowing it to come through. Now, some of you are still working on that, but it's the end of this, okay? It's really the end of this with the Ten of Swords here, okay? He's out of the suit. Another perception card, okay? You are looking back at that. You're looking at, I don't need to hold on to this agony. I don't need to hold on to this pain. I don't need to be blocked out by this. And you see how we have a solar eclipse going on here. It's all of a sudden you're seeing a new perception on something about wanting to move away from this emotional heartbreak, this emotional juggle, right? Feeling stuck in that level. We are going to pull some healing cards at the end of this, Virgo, as a collective. So make sure that you tune in for the collective at the end. If this resonated for you, go ahead and hit like, comment below, and we will see you next time. All right. We have Taurus next. Let's see what messages we have for Taurus. One more shuffle, Taurus. All right, Taurus, here we go. Let's see what messages we have for Taurus on this collective. What additional messages do we have for Taurus? What do we need to know? Oh, here we go. We have Justice. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Lovers. We have the High Priestess. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles. The Chariot, wow. The Queen of Wands. The overall energy is the Three of Cups. Taurus. This is some kind of celebration. This is about like seeing something that's above, right? Being really happy. Your cup is filled here, right? I feel like you really have gotten some balance here, okay? For many of you with justice here, I think that you've had justice on a situation where you might have felt like it's never going to be my way. It's always going to be this other person's way. I'm really bored in this situation. I'm never going to get out of this rut. Okay, it's this rut information. Now, the Justice card, when I see her this way, it's about getting the justice, right? The card flipped this way though. So when I see it this way, it's about an injustice, about something not being balanced. I do feel like you are coming out of this situation. This is about having an injustice, of feeling like, this doesn't serve me, right? With the Page of Pentacles here, here's what's really, really cool. Usually, like when I see the page here on this way, it's like about getting a stable offer, right? Something new, something, it could be small, but it's a start. With this, I feel like you're moving out of that relationship, okay? It's about having a new start, having better horizons. You are doing this. You are having the new start. You are the one who's making an offer. Some of you, with the Three of Wands here, you might be dealing with a fire sign here. So Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But here's the thing. He's got a balance here, right? He's got the yin and the yang. So this is someone who's very balanced. This is about having a foundation. I feel like you're moving towards, and I don't know if you are making an offer, but I feel like you're making an offer to be in a foundation with someone, a commitment of some sort, the next level. I do feel like that you've made a choice on here. With who in the world are you? And the Lover's card here, this is about an equal give and take, but it's also about a choice in love. And it's something that has finally come into fruition, okay? I think that with the High Priestess energy here, and I love how the High Priestess energy is like crossed over from this. Like, look, it's like, you absolutely know. You've used your intuition, but there's things that are not seen here yet, okay? It's like you're willing to take the risk to start over again. You're willing to take the risk for a new life. It's pretty incredible. Again, I really feel like it's you making an offer of some sort, okay? This is a new, I mean, when I see them this way, it's like, okay, someone's being presented you an offer or something small, okay? It's a small offer, emotional set offer. But both of the pages we have, and it's so interesting, are away. So I feel like this is your energy that you're ready to offer, someone love, someone, a level, like you're accepting it. You're accepting the fact that you're being vulnerable. You realize that you might have not been in a loving relationship before, but now you are seeing the light of somebody that really does light up your world. They have everything in a sense of like you feel balanced enough to be like, okay, can I be with this person? And I feel like you want to offer that. You want to offer your emotions. Maybe you want to tell that person how much they feel to you, but it's like taking the next step, okay? It's like finally saying, I have feelings for someone. I would love to be able to express it. And I do feel like you're expressing it, okay? Now, underneath Curiouser and Curiouser, we have the Four of Pentacles here, okay? This is about holding on. So, Taurus, this is your own energy as well, okay? I feel like you're holding on to the fact, and with Curious and Curiouser, it's not like holding on to like, oh my God, I'm the miser. I have to hold on to this person really, really tight. I think you're holding on to being optimistic, okay? That you're holding on to the fact that you're okay in the High Priestess mode of not knowing everything of how it plays out. You're really balanced now. Again, you're moving away towards something. I think you're moving towards love. I think this is for many of you, this is towards love, or at least being open to love, okay? So if you're not going to a specific individual, you are making the choice that you are going to start dating again. You're going to put yourself out there. This is movement. And I feel like you're just really moving towards something. And again, it's at the night. You don't know what you're going to hit at night. You can't always see everything, and you're okay with it. You're absolutely okay with having that unknown. And it is something to celebrate because, with the Queen of Wands here, Taurus, she's a go-getter. She's passionate. She's driven. Look, her eyes are closed, and she's just kind of living in that moment here. Or you might be going towards, like I said, that fire sign. This person you might just feel really passionate for, or they might be very, they excite you. They make you grow more as an individual, right? They enhance you. They enhance you in some way. You're complete. You don't have someone else complete you, but you just feel enhanced. And it's an equal give and take. I think a lot of you is just looking at this at a completely new perception of a life and having a new start. Having a new start, especially with this. There's celebration here, guys, for sure. If this resonated for you, Taurus, let me know. Comment below, hit like, And make sure that you tune in for the collective healing at the end, and I will timestamp everything. All right, thank you, Taurus. Next is Capricorn. I'm going to do a couple of shuffles here. All right, here we go. Capricorn. Let's see what additional messages we have for our Capricorns. What does Capricorn need to know on this collective energy for Oracle? What does Capricorn need to know? Shuffle. Oh, stop in here. So we got 7 of Cups. The 2 of Swords. The King of Wands, the 7 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands. The overall energy is the 2 of Wands. Fire energy. You might be dealing with a fire sign here, so Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But Capricorn, this is about looking out to the future, having options, okay? And you have a lot of options here. And it could be, it could be bringing you some confusion here, okay? I think that you have come to the realization that you're not happy in the spot that you are, okay? And you see how you all of a sudden, like, I feel like there's clarity in here of having options here. Now, the 7 of Cups is usually confusion, okay? It's usually like, I have too many options, I'm not sure where to go. When I see it on this side versus this side, okay, that's like, I don't know what to do, Cappies. When I see it this way, it's like, oh, I know exactly what I want, okay? I know exactly what I want. I think what's happening, though, is with the 2 of Swords under here and this card, like right underneath this, and it was going this way here, like this. I feel that for many of you, it's almost the feeling of letting something old go, okay? Being stuck in a crossroads, okay? Not sure which way to choose, right? But here's the thing, this is just like doubts. So I think that this is just inner turmoil doubt, but you really know what you want, okay? Now we have the King of Wands here, and it's interesting because we see the back of him, okay? Usually he's this way. This is someone who's passionate, driven, a go-getter, okay? I think that you have somebody who you are very passionate and driven towards, okay? I feel like for many of you, it's the unknown, okay? And that's can kind of come off as scary sometime. I feel, though, that you have left. Remember that when I said to you, I said, like, you have left an old situation, an old life. I feel that with the 7 of Pentacles here, or 7 of Swords here, you see how there's a skull here on the ground, but there's 2 swords here. I feel that in the past you have been lied to, told a different story, dealt with an individual who, like, basically pretended everything was okay, and you were well aware of it, that it was not okay, okay? This person is carrying a bunch of swords and going out of there, okay? I feel like that's your energy of like, yeah, no, I'm done. I'm done with that deceit. I'm done with all of that. I know I have options. I know I have a better horizon. You're definitely looking at a different perception here, okay? With the Page of Pentacles energy here, this is about being driven for a new future, a new start. Look, guys, look. A new start here, wanting something more, okay? A lot of you are still in this energy, though, of dissecting what happened to you, okay? The 9 of Swords here, this is keeping you up at night. This is examining and looking at everything like, oh my gosh, let me examine what happened at this table, okay? why we spent so much time doing this, okay? And it's like, I know that didn't bring me happiness, okay? I think a lot of you are in this feeling with the Four of Wands energy on Curiouser and Curiouser. You're curious about having a new, look at the sun here again, okay? This is two partnerships here. I feel like a lot of you are going, is it possible for me to find love again? Is it possible for me to move on from this situation? And a lot of this is love oriented, I realize, but these are the messages that are coming strong this week. I think that relationships are really heavy on everyone's mind here, but I think that this is about wanting a happy life, a happy family, a happy situation, and going towards that, okay? I feel like you just might feel like you can't get that, okay? It's like, oh my gosh, will I ever get that balance? Will I ever have that? I'm like, I feel like you're just juggling a lot. You're juggling the fact that you want to have a new start, and then other times you're like, oh my gosh, let's focus on what this individual will do. Can I fix this? Can I fix this? Can I fix this situation? When that situation is gone, I mean, it's just gone, okay? Here's what's interesting though. The last card we have is the Nine of Wands, okay? This is usually somebody who's beaten up, out of it, and like, I'm defending myself, okay? When I see it this way, it's like someone beaten up, but do you see how that woman is going towards him? I feel like someone's caught your eye, Capricorn. And I think that it's healing you in some sense, okay? It's like, do I take this start? Should I go for this? Would this bring me happiness? And I feel like that's what the clarity is. You're realizing that there is somebody out there that has caught your eye and you do have feelings for, and that you do want to move forward or towards too. And I feel that if for those of you who are in a relationship now that is committed and it's just been stuck and feeling like it's never getting better, I feel like you've put your eye on the prize here, okay? And it's not saying it's a new individual. I think that you're leaving old situations that no longer served you, meaning that you are not focused on all of the bad shit that happened in this relationship. You're now trying to find a balance, right? You might feel a little bit defeated, but you're seeing a new side of this person. A lot of you, this is a new person coming in your life. But for those of you who are sticking through with a relationship, it's about having a new opportunity to grow in this relationship. But there's some healing that still needs to happen. But this person, I feel, is healing a lot of the situation, whether they're just coming towards you, they're being more emotionally supportive, they are understanding, they're very empathetic. I just feel like a lot of you are dealing with a person that you really want to grow with, right? That you will want, find happiness with. I mean, you have the sun here twice. Really, it's really beautiful. All right, Capricorn, if that's resonated for you, go ahead and hit like, comment below, even if it's just to exchange energy and say hello. And let's do the collective healing. Let's see what healing messages we have. We are 20 minutes in. To our earth signs. What healing messages can we give our earth signs for this week? Respect, vibration, awareness, respect. I think a lot of you are gaining this. Or gaining respect, okay? It's a self-respect thing, okay? I think that you are really, there's a change in vibration that needs to happen, but is happening for a lot of you. A lot of you are already getting in this respect. You're already seeing your self-worth. You are already raising your vibrations for newer things to come out there. You're open. You're extremely open. You're being curious on there. You are mindful of your thoughts. You are mindful of the people around you. What I love about this is, and I have to pull Curiouser and Curiouser about here, you have awareness in here. And that's all about curiosity, right? Starting to inspect things, starting to be aware that everything is connective. Heart here. I mean, the green to me is the heart chakra. So a lot of openness. I feel like it's just a lot of openness and being not attached to certain situations anymore for your earth signs. I think it's like you just have this overall step back new perception on life, where it's giving you awareness of how everything is connected and how every choice or decision that people make, that it just kind of floats in the air, right? It goes through. It's very interesting. All right, earth signs, I will see you next week, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Take care.